A very good afternoon and welcome to another special bulletin on the India-Pakistan escalations that we have been covering closely. I am Pooja Prasanna from the studios of the News Minute, and joining me now is my colleague from Scroll, Shoaib Daniel. Now, if you're wondering what these bulletins are all about, for the last couple of days, we have been coming to you multiple times a day with very short bulletins, very focused ones, where we only put out verified facts. No hyperbole, we're not exaggerating things, we're not fabricating stories, and there's no bravado. Just facts that have been authenticated. And we'll also bring you ground reports from our reporters who are spread out in 3 states, parts of Kashmir, in parts of Jammu, and also from Punjab and Rajasthan. So the next couple of days, do tune in multiple times on all of our social media platforms as well as our YouTube channels, where you can catch us live at least 3 times a day. Now, before I go into this, a quick reminder that there is a barrage of misinformation, and that's exactly why we have been doing these lives. So don't fall prey before you forward anything to people on your WhatsApp groups or sharing it on social media. Make sure that it is verified information. I'll get on with the updates. The Indian Army, in its press briefing at 11 a.m., has said that it's carried out a coordinated fire assault on terrorist launch pads near the LOC. This was, of course, they said, in response to attempted drone strikes by Pakistan on the nights of May 8th and 9th, and it was done in multiple cities across Jammu, Kashmir, and Punjab. Now, according to the Indian Army, the launch pads, and I'm quoting them, were long used to plan and launch terror attacks, were pulverized and razed. The next bit of information we're bringing to you is a red alert has been issued in Jodhpur. And I'm quoting what the Jodhpur district collector, Gaurav Agarwal, informed the media just a few hours ago. He said, I urge all citizens to remain in safe locations. The threat has not yet been neutralized. Of course, he did not go into what the threat was for very obvious reasons. But he also went on to say, once the danger is over, another siren will be sounded, and only after that should normal activities resume. Until then, please avoid crowded areas and remain indoors. I have to point out there is another video from Chandigarh coming in where they have shown what the sirens sound like for those who are not familiar. You can go on one of your social media platforms and check. They've shown what the starting siren is when people have to be indoors, and once the threat has gotten done with, then what that end siren will sound like. The next information is coming from MHA. The Ministry of Home Affairs has issued an advisory directing all media channels to stop using civil defense air raids sirens in their programs, except when used for community awareness purposes. Officials have warned that casual use may desensitize the public and lead to confusion during actual emergencies. This is exactly what we've been talking about. These are not theatrics. This is a time of extreme panic, so do not add to that panic that people have. Just give information. Over to you, Shoaib.
Thank you so much, Pooja. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has said it blocked the Wire's website over this report on Pakistan's claim of downing an Indian Rafale jet, which was originally reported by CNN. The INB ministry said the entire site was blocked due to technical limitations in restricting access to a single article. Though the Wire took down the report and the ministry ordered the site to be unblocked, users across India still faced access issues. Founder editor Siddharth Vadadarajan called the move unconstitutional and said no prior notice was given. The Wire is set to present its case before an interdepartmental committee on the 10th of May. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a high level security meeting to review the situation in the wake of the ongoing Indo Pak military escalation. The meeting was attended by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, NSA Ajit Doval, Chief of Defense Staff General Anil Chauhan, the chiefs of the armed forces, and other senior government officials. Discussions reportedly focused on operation preparedness, strategic responses, and national security coordination. Wing Commander Vyomika Singh, during the press briefing this morning, said all hostile actions have been effectively countered and responded appropriately. Indian armed forces reiterated their commitment to non escalation, provided it is reciprocated by the Pakistani military. India has also refuted claims that Pakistan destroyed an Indian S-400 systems at Adampur. The S-400 is a Russian mobile surface-to-air missile system that plays a critical role in Indian air defense. Calling it a continued malicious misinformation campaign, India said it unequivocally rejects these false narratives being spread by Pakistan. Over to you, Pooja.
Yeah, thanks for that, Shoaib. I'm going to just quickly bring you a ground report from our colleague Ayush Tiwari, who was in Firozpur in Punjab earlier today. This report he recorded a couple of hours ago. We're not bringing you live visuals, but do take a look at what Ayush found there.
I'm at the exact spot in Khai Phepe village in Firozpur district in Punjab, where at 9 p.m. last night, a drone landed, injuring 3 people, including a woman who has severe burns. All 3 of them are hospitalized. And according to 2 security officials who just inspected the site, the drone attacks continued till 5 in the morning. And the target was the Firozpur camp, which is about 5 kilometers from here. The officials said that most of the drones were intercepted at the cantonment, but it's unclear how one of them landed up here. The eyewitnesses in this village say that they saw red blinking lights in the sky around 9 p.m. and then they heard a huge explosion, which was exactly in this house where we are standing. The whole event has left a sense of dread and anxiety and uncertainty among the people here.
That was Ayush bringing you that report from Punjab. Before I hand it back to Shoaib, a quick reminder, we will come back with another bulletin at 8 p.m. And at the time, we will have Nidhi Suresh and Anmol, who are in parts of Jammu, bring you ground reports from a camp that they're visiting and also a health center. So do join us at 8 p.m. And if there are any updates after this bulletin, we will include that in that 8 p.m. bulletin. Over to you, Shoaib.
Thanks, Pooja. Moving on to international diplomacy now, which is heating up as the India-Pak conflict is escalating. Saudi Arabia said on Saturday that it was working to mediate between the two countries. Remember, Saudi Arabia has been both to India as well as to Pakistan. Meanwhile, Indian Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said he spoke to his US counterpart, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He said, and I quote, India's approach has always been measured and responsible and remains so, in a terse statement after the meeting. Meanwhile, domestic politics is also heating up. The opposition on Saturday criticized the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party for posting a video on social media taking credit for Operation Sindoor and attacking the previous UPA-led government. Over to you, back to you, Pooja.
So before I wrap up, let me quickly tell you that the PIB, the Press Information Bureau, has been constantly fact-checking things. Of course, this is in addition to fact-checkers like Alt News and Boomly, who have been doing this over time, especially over the last 10 to 15 days. I'm going to give you 3 bits of misinformation that has been debunked, something that, if it was not debunked, could have spread a lot of panic. There was a viral video, I don't know if you received it on your WhatsApp groups, which claimed to show a missile attack on New Delhi airport. The PIB has now clarified that the video was fake, and it was actually a video of a gas station explosion in Yemen, and it was from August 2024. They've also said it had no connection to the current situation. Now, there was another video aired by AIK News claiming that the Udhampur Air Base was destroyed in a Pakistani airstrike. This has, of course, been debunked by PIB Fact Check, and they've said in an official clarification that the footage actually shows a fire at a chemical factory in Hanumangarh in Rajasthan. And of course, it's not anyway related to the ongoing India-Pakistan conflict. The last one are visuals of the Bathinda airfield that was spread, and also there were claims that the airfield has been destroyed. Now, earlier today in the morning as well, in the press conference, they did show some pictures to show that the airfield is fully operational with absolutely no damage. And the public has also been advised to remain vigilant and refrain from sharing any unverified or misleading content. This is the whole point, of doing these bulletins, apart from the fact that we want to bring you updates that are verified and also ground reports from our reporters. One of the prime reasons that we're coming to you several times a day is to make sure that we debunk and give you information that is not true. Because when there is escalated tensions like there is right now, these kind of fake news, as it's called colloquially, can spread panic. It's important to be informed, but it's also important that the information that you have is authentic. As I sign off, I will also remind you that we'll come back once again at 8 p.m. with fresh updates. Till then, make sure that you stay safe and you stay informed. Thank you.